Well, hello everybody. Welcome to P.B.M. Money. Today I want to do something just a little bit different, a little bit more fun. I was watching some videos the other night and I realized a lot of the credit card guys that do videos have videos titled "What's in my wallet" and "How many cards do I carry" and "How do I use," and I realized none of them say these are the cards that I own. So I thought, I'll do that. Now, they probably don't do that because I own a ton of them. I do not own a ton. I went through and counted today, I own 8. All right? But I'm going to go through them and show you. I'm going to tell you a little story about why I got it. I'm going to try to do it so I don't give away any info. Okay, I'm going to try to do these in chronological order. It's been some years, so I might be off, but for the most part, we'll be there. Now, the first one I got was the Citi Diamond Preferred. Can you see that? Now, I don't remember getting this card. In fact, up until a couple of months ago, I didn't even know I had it. And when I guess it's been a year. Anyway, I went to apply for, I had a problem with my Citi Double Cash, and when I called in, they said, "Are you calling about your Diamond Preferred or your Double Cash?" So I instantly said, "Well, Diamond Preferred." Well, I couldn't figure out why I didn't have my card, and if I remember the story, this is what happened. I went in to buy the camera that I'm videotaping with now, from Sam's. And when I went in there, they had a promotion that if you applied for a credit card, they gave you $50 off. So I applied, and I got it, and they sent it to me. Now, this is back in the days when I really had no money. And so I was making payments on it, and my second or third payment, as an example, say, was due on the 15th, and they posted it on the 16th, and they charged me $25 for that. So when I got my statement, they charged me $25. I wrote a nice little note, said, "I'm sorry, I do not pay late charges. I've never been late and I'm not going to start now. Please take this off of my bill. Thank you." The next month, it came back. It was now in the 30-day column, and they added another $25 on it. I cut the card in half, stuck it in there, and I wrote a not very nice note. I think I might have said something like, "Here's your card and don't contact me again. I will never ever do business with you." I think. Anyway, I think that's what happened with that. That's why I don't have that card. But the only reason I keep it now is because I've had it for so long, it keeps my credit score looking better. Now, the next one that I have was one I got. It's my credit union. It's a Visa, and I got this years ago when I bought a car, and the dealership had a deal with the credit union. You know, if you buy a car, apply for a credit card. So I got it. They gave me a nice credit limit, and the reason I still keep that card is because the interest on it is only 5%. That was my emergency card that got me through a lot of junker cars that I had to buy because I had no money. So I ran that thing, the balance was $3,000. I would run that thing up to $3,000, and then if I had another problem, I'd have to figure something else out, and I have. But I have since paid it off. They have since doubled my credit limit. But that was a very useful card, and I still do use it. And again, I've had that one for a long, long time, so that also helps. Now, the next one I got was when I first discovered that you could get, no play on words intended, that you could get cash back on your credit card. So I got the Discover. Can you see that? The Discover card. Now, when I got Discover IT, I guess. When I got that card, It was 1%. And as far as I knew at the time, that was the only card giving cash back. Again, we're going back quite a few years. So I got it. And the story behind that one is I almost didn't apply because it at the time was owned by Sears, and I hate Sears. They did me really dirty. But I decided 1% back is better than nothing, so I got it. And it would take me, when I would use that back in the day, it would take me a couple of years to get $500 cash back, and then I'd cash that in and put it into a mutual fund. And the reason I waited for $500 is because that's the minimum that you can make a deposit into this account with. So I would use that card and nothing else. And when it hit $500, I pulled it out and mailed it in. So I still use that. I don't use it for the cash back now. I use it for the rotating categories because it's 5% on rotating categories. Now, I hope that you have figured out that I'm a cashback guy. I'm all about cashback. I don't do miles. I don't do travel. I don't do any of that. It's all about cashback. So my 1% card was awesome. The next one I got was Wells Fargo. And the reason that I got the Wells Fargo was a couple of reasons. First off, they had a sign-up bonus. And secondly, they were now 1.5% cash back. That was the first card that I'd heard had done that. So immediately I got that. None of these have, what am I trying to think? Annual fees. None of them have annual fees. So now I was getting 1.5%, and I thought I was doing great, and I did use that, and they do have rotating categories. And I used that. However, I didn't get to use it too long. But before we get to that one, the next one I got was the Freedom Unlimited. Okay. One thing I learned, by the way, which is a Visa. One thing that I did learn when I was putting together this video is I have 2 Citi cards and 2 Chase cards. Was not intentional, that's just the way that it worked. Anyway, I got the Chase Freedom Unlimited. It was 1.5%. And I think it had a really nice sign-up bonus is why I got it. I didn't use it hardly at all, but when I decided to get that card, I had my daughter added. She's in college. I had my daughter added as a authorized user, and I gave it to her, and she uses it every month, and I just pay the bill. That way the card's used, and she gets good credit, and everybody wins. So now the next card that I got was the Citi Double Cash, my new favorite card. It is still my favorite go-to everyday card. Chase, so because now, see, with Discover I was getting 1, with Wells Fargo and Unlimited I was getting 1.5. With this one I get 2%. 1% when you charge, 1% when you pay it off. I love that card. And I noticed today they have started adding categories on there, rotating categories. The one that is on right now, well, it starts April, is 5% back at the gas station and 5% back at home improvement stores. I did a video not too long ago about Bank of America. They turned me down for a credit card, and the only reason I wanted that stupid, well, there was 2 reasons. Was a $200 sign-up bonus and 5% back on home improvement. And the reason I wanted that is because our ministry is getting ready to spend a bunch of money on carpet and paint and all that kind of stuff. And I wanted 5% back instead of 2% from my double cash back. They turned me down, and I was kind of bummed out. Today in my inbox, the double cash back is adding 5% to home improvement stores. So I'm still going to get my 5%, and the ministry is still going to do great. So awesome. Now the next one I got, you're not going to recognize the looks of this card, and there's a story behind this one too, but this is my American Express card. And I did, yeah, it is shiny and it is gold, and it is plated and it is metal. I sent it off to, and I can't remember the name of the place, but you send them in your credit card, and they take the chip out of your regular card. Can you see that down there? And they put the chip in down by my finger, and then they put all the relative information on the back. And I designed this with their help, the frame around it and the lettering. Can you see that? The P.B.M. stands for Prayer Box Ministry. Now the reason, and this one does have a $95 annual fee, and the reason that I got this one is because every day 6% at grocery stores, 3% on gas. Good credit card to have. I wasn't sure I wanted to get a card with an annual fee, but now that I've used it and see how quickly that adds up, I will definitely, because I did the math before I applied, and I thought it would be okay, but it's turned out to be very okay. The only problem with it is, those are the only places that I use it, and both places, I'm the only one that sees the card. I wanted to use it for advertising for Prayer Box Ministry, and nobody sees it but me. So anyway, okay, now the last card that I got, was another Chase card. It was the Freedom Flex card. And I got the Freedom Flex card because of the rotating categories. It does give cash back, and I think it's 1%. And I think it's 5% rotating categories. But the motivating thing for me was the sign-up bonus. Again, I believe it was a $200 sign-up bonus. And if I remember right, I just did this recently because we were playing, still are playing, a cashback game on this YouTube site, and the goal is to try to get $1,000 in 1 year off of credit cards, and so I think that was the motivating reason. We're doing very well on that game, by the way. But I did change the focus of that game, and I'll do another video explaining what we did and where we are and how we're doing, and we're doing extremely well. But anyway, I just thought it would be fun to see somebody come on and say, these are all the credit cards I have, this is why I got them, and yes, I do try to use them once in a while to keep them active and going, and I won't get rid of any of them purposely, simply because my credit needs some length of time on there, because a lot of those cards I just got in the last year or two, and so I'll take a year off, that's okay, but I need to keep those active and going so that my length of time gets longer. Well, that's all I wanted to talk about. If you have any questions, let me know. You guys have a great week, and happy investing.